Hi guys, so I'm going to read Tales of Suspense number 40. So this is the second appearance of Iron Man. I read the Iron Man's first appearance a while back, I can't even remember. It might have been like 2 months ago, I can't even remember, but I read that comic already. Eventually I will make an Iron Man playlist when I read enough Iron Man. When I read like 5 Iron Man comics, I'll make an Iron Man playlist if you guys want to see that. So featuring America's newest superhero sensation, Iron Man.
His size alone does not worry me, but there's something else. Some sinister secret behind the coming of Gargantas.
Iron Man vs. Gargantas. History has recorded many a bitter duel to the death, but never before has the future of all mankind depended on the grim outcome of one encounter. As the fantastic showdown between the two mighty phenomena of the past and present, Iron Man and Gargantas. Plot Stanley, script R. Burns, art Jack Kirby, inking Don Heck, lettering Duffy. And Anthony Stark is a man who leads 3 lives. He is recognized throughout the world as a mechanical genius. At a scientific conference in Geneva, Mr. Stark, in the name of our International Society for Physicists, I award you our annual Medal of Honor for your outstanding contribution to microtransistor research. Thank you, Professor. Nor does scientist Anthony Stark neglect America's Cold War struggle against the communist menace. At a U.S. Army proving grounds,
You mean these roller skates will enable an entire infantry division to race down a highway at 60 miles an hour?
Precisely, General. The skates can easily be carried in a pack and are collapsible. They can be clamped on the sole of a boot with ordinary skate key. But where these skates differ from toys is the fact that they have tiny transistor-powered engines to drive the skate wheels. Minutes later, the GIs demonstrate.
Incredible! Infantry can now transport itself on the highways without trucks. This will revolutionize troop movements. You're a military genius, Stark.
A genius?
Whoosh, whoosh.
No, General. Just a scientist and who realizes the boundaries of science are infinite. Nobody in the world suspects how it has helped me, for I'd be dead now if not for my scientific knowledge. The second Anthony Stark is a sophisticated millionaire playboy who beautiful women adore. I'm mad about you, Tony. Why don't you come to Monte Carlo more often, so I can see more of you? Business reasons, my sweet. I got investments all over the world that need looking after. I know you, Tony Stark. Your investments probably all wear skirts and are dying to marry you. Your name has been linked with every actress and society beauty from Hollywood to Rome.
Tony, Jane, I've been looking for you. We're going swimming.
A moonlight swim. That should be great fun. Let's go, Tony. Count me out, Jeannie. I've had a hard day, and a sudden tiredness just came over me. So why don't you run along without me? I'm going back to the hotel.
Hey, Jeannie, you're losing your hold on Tony.
What girl doesn't? Sooner or later. Tony probably has a midnight date with some other gal. Darn her lucky hide. But little does Jeannie, or any other person realize that Tony Stark has left the gay party for a most unusual date with an electrical cord. Poor Jean. She probably thought I was trying to avoid her. But I can't go swimming. I can never appear anywhere bare-chested, because I constantly wear this iron chest plate. Just as other men plug in their electric shavers for their morning or evening shave, I must constantly charge up this plate, which gives continued life to my heart. My ticker would stop beating if the plate were removed or didn't receive its regular booster shot. Electrical energy is pouring back. Now I can continue living, to help humanity as Iron Man. Iron Man, yes. This is Anthony Stark's third and most important identity. The creature in the unbelievably powerful iron shell, equipped with many ingenious attachments, before which his enemies cower. whether they be gangsters.
Fool! You know your small arms fire cannot penetrate my iron body.
He's right. We can't throw an Iron Man.
Or if Iron Man's antagonist is some madman of science who seeks to rule mankind.
Gasp! My shrinking ray isn't working.
No, Doctor. I'm jamming its electrical firing mechanism with electrical interference. Now, before I turn you over to the police, I'll make sure this lab never spawns another instrument of destruction.
And so it is that Anthony Stark leads a triple life in the shadow of death. One night as Stark takes a date to the circus.
Run for your lives! The cats have broken loose.
This is a situation Iron Man had better handle before someone's hurt, but I must slip away to switch to my metallic identity.
Quick, Marion, this way.
Moments later.
Tony, where are you going? Is he actually afraid?
To a phone booth to call the police riot squad. You keep heading for the street with the rest of the crowd. Then as Stark finds a deserted corner under the grandstand, nobody, not even the sharpest customs officer, knows that in my attaché case is a secret X-ray proof compartment containing all the parts for my Iron Man uniform in collapsible form. Everything, thanks to my knowledge of microscopic transistors, can be unfolded and elongated into many times its original carrying size. And so in a matter of seconds, Tony is able to don the costume of
Iron Man.
Exactly 1 minute later.
Wait, Iron Man is here. Yeah, he'll take care of the rampaging animals.
Oh, how dreadful looking he is.
He looks like
A creature in one of those science fiction films.
Mama.
Mama, save me from the ugly man. Dad, please don't let me come near him.
Great Scott, I never noticed it before, but my appearance terrifies women and children as if I were a monster. Why didn't I realize it before? In this drab iron costume, I'm a frightening sight to the very people I want to aid and protect. They know I fight their enemies, yet they instinctively shrink away from me. I must remember to alter my costume, so I don't look like a walking nightmare. That leopard has coiled a spring. I'll just substitute myself for the cat's intended target. Crack.
Next moment. I don't know, when Tony's doing his like thought bubble voice, I won't do the Iron Man, I'll just do the regular voice. But when he's actually talking, I'll do the Iron Man voice. Uh-oh, there's some of his friends, so I'll take Tabby by the tail and use the others to keep him at bay. Next moment. Surrounded. This calls from one of my many attachments my metal body is equipped with. I'll just fasten these suction cups to my palms and turn on my transistor-powered air pressure jets. Then as Iron Man soars upward, now to land right smack in the middle of the other cats. I timed it perfectly. That's right, kittens. Here I am. Leap at me. Then as... Oh, wait, didn't... Oh.
I timed it perfectly. That's right, kittens. Here I am. Leap at me.
Then as the beasts claw angrily at Iron Man's body.
Now I'll twist a small wristet, stepping up the electrical currency in my metal body. That should give you the surprise of your toothy lives. This won't injure them, but it'll take most of the fight out of them.
Then as the beasts flee.
Great work, Iron Man. The man-eaters are scampering back to their cages.
Good. But this experience taught me something. I must redesign my costume. It's supposed to frighten foes, not friends.
Later, in an arena corner.
We won't need the police, Tony. Iron Man handled the emergency. But I don't understand one thing. Why does he wear such a terrifying-looking costume? He actually frightens people.
Really, my dear. What do you think he should wear?
Well, he battles menaces like a hero in olden times. So if he's a modern knight in shining armor, why doesn't he wear golden metal instead of that awful dull grey armor?
Why not indeed?
Then, when people see his golden armor, they won't panic. They'll know he has a heart of gold, and his appearance to match his golden deeds.
You know, Marion, I wouldn't be surprised if Iron Man himself were to get that same idea. finally at the bustling airport. Then I'll see you next Saturday night. That is, unless you stand me up.
Any girl who'd stand you up, darling, would be stark raving mad. I'll take the 6:50 plane from Granville, and you better be waiting.
I don't know, she probably is American. I gave her like a British or Australian accent. But that night at Anthony Stark's laboratory, Marion's brainstormed about turning Iron Man into a knight and shining armor as a honey. I'll coat every visible part of my costume with untarnishable gold paint. Moments later, Stark surveys his handiwork. Wow, what a difference! Leave a woman to find out an attractive appearance. The only ones who need fear me now are my foes. The following Saturday night at the airport. That's strange. Marion isn't on the plane. Say, pilot, didn't you pick up a female passenger at 6:50 tonight at Granville?
Granville? Haven't you heard, mister? Granville shut down its airport 3 days ago. No planes are allowed to land or leave.
Gosh, I haven't seen an American paper in a week. I just got back from Africa after completing a mission for Iron Man. Tell me, is there anything wrong at Granville?
Who knows? There might be, since the town has completely cut itself off from the rest of the world.
Stark quickly buys a paper. The pilot wasn't kidding. Granville's walled in, and nobody can find out who built the wall, or why. Nobody, that is, except a special pal of mine named Iron Man. Mysterious wall encircles Granville, no outsiders allowed into town. Next day, outside Granville, after Iron Man explains why he has changed the color of his costume.
There's nothing we can do, Iron Man. The town has legal right to put up a wall. No traffic can get in or out. We'd be breaking the law if we busted in.
So the state's hands are tied, eh?
Well, mine aren't. I'll dig under that wall. Later, 20 feet underground.
This tiny transistor-powered
drill will soon bring me under the town. But what will I find there? Why have the townspeople put up that wall? Why have they both broken off all communication with the outside world? And then, to the amazement of Granville's citizens,
Don't be upset, folks. I'm Iron Man. What's going on? Why did you put up that wall?
We can't answer you. By order of Gargantas. If we obey, we die.
Gargantas?
We dare not to be seen talking to Iron Man. He's an intruder. Attack him. Drive him from our city.
Yes, Gargantas will be
Pleased if we get rid of Iron Man.
Stop! Have you all gone mad? I'm here to help you. Wait!
But as the crowd's frenzy gets wilder,
After him! Drive him away!
That crowd's not normal. They know I'm not their enemy, yet they're treating me like one. I must find out who this Gargantas is.
Seconds later, what's this? The townspeople are erecting a huge statue. Then as Iron Man gapes in astonishment, suddenly they're ignoring me. They're actually bowing down to the statue. But why? Galloping gears. Is that the Gargantus they are all yelling about? He resembles a prehistoric creature who existed 80,000 years ago. The Neanderthal man. But the crowd again rises to its feet.
Long live Gargantus!
Mighty is Gargantus!
There's Iron Man! Get him!
There's more to this than meets the eye. This town is under some sort of spell, and one way to break a spell is by shock treatment. So here goes. Pushing a 10-ton truck is a fairly simple task for Iron Man.
Hear me, people of Granville. This is what Iron Man thinks of Gargantus.
Crash!
But even as the statue topples,
All hail Gargantus, ruler of men.
No, I'll do the Iron Man voice even when he's doing. I'll do the Iron Man voice anyway.
Even though the statue is smashed to bits, they're still paying homage to it as if nothing happened. They're in the grip of something which is stronger than I thought. Every citizen seems to be in a different state of hypnosis. I'll bet when they erected that wall around town, they didn't know what they were doing then either. There's only one way to learn the answer to all this. I must find Gargantus. Whoosh!
Then as Iron Man soars through the air.
Even the town police are under Gargantas' spell. They must have received orders to kill me, and they're obeying him blindly.
Bang, 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 bang.
Finally, Iron Man perches on a tall building.
I'll see if I can goad Gargantas into appearing by broadcasting a challenge to him through the tiny public address speakers attached to my accessory belt. Gargantas, this is Iron Man. Gargantas, this is Iron Man. I challenge to show you to show yourself, or be branded a coward before the people of Granville. Grrr.
And then as Iron Man's strident voice echoes through the town, two mighty gigantic hands bend a supple flagpole back until twing.
Grrr. Well, that's him now, coming at me. He's a Neanderthal man, but bigger and broader than any anthropologist ever described him. No wonder those townspeople were mesmerized. His enormous eyes are like mirrors reflecting the sun, and now he's trying to hypnotize me too.
But then as Iron Man turns his gaze skyward,
wait a minute. There's no sun to reflect that dark clouds been hanging over this town since I arrived. This flag should tell me what I need to know. Just as I thought, it's ripping in the breeze. Okay, Gargantas, let's play follow the leader. I'll slide down to the street, but I'll avoid crashing into the pavement by reversing my transistor air-powered pressure jets in my palm suction cups. There's Marion, the girl I had a date with. She's been mass hypnotized too. And here comes Gargantas, climbing down to the side of the building, like a nimble gorilla. I'll stay out of his reach for a while. And so, you're furious, eh, Gargantas? Because it's showdown time. If you can get rid of me, you can keep mass hypnotizing Granville's population into doing anything you command. You can order him to build that wall around town, pass laws to keep the state and federal government out, make some people turn into a savage mob, while others are commanded to bow down to a statue built to glorify your power. Well, these 3 top-hat transistors inserted into 3 magnets will destroy all your plans. Each magnet I'm throwing to either side of you and behind you now has the attracting power multiplied by 1,000-fold. You can't move any longer. You're beginning to feel the terrible, irresistible tug of the magnets, each of which is pulling your body into different directions.
suddenly,
Yes, Gargantas, you're falling apart like a huge robot you are. Your tubes, motors, and gears will soon litter the streets.
and then as the giant robot is shattered from the strange paralysis, fades from town.
Gasp! What happened? What's all this junk?
The electronic remains of a robot Neanderthal man named Gargantas. Look skyward where my searchlight is probing. My powerful beam can penetrate the fake cloud to see what's lying inside it. A flying saucer from outer space.
I remember that dark cloud. It suddenly passed over town, and from nowhere Gargantus appeared. He dropped out of the skies with his enormous glassy eyes, staring at those who looked upward.
I am Gargantus the Mighty One. I have come to rule. First you, then the world. Hearken to my first order. Build a wall around your town.
Well, I knew it was no ordinary cloud when I noticed that the hypnotic beams were powered from a mechanism inside Gargantus. For the dark cloud had blocked out any sunlight that could be reflected from Gargantus's eyes. Also, by testing the wind with the flag, I realized that the cloud had remained in a stationary position from the moment I entered Granville. Therefore, it was not a dark cloud, or it would have drifted with the wind. Quick, start election engines! The intruder is tossing the objects, which ripped Gargantus apart, at us. We'll explode too, unless I've gotten beyond their range. Bah, we must report to our planet that the visit here was our failure. This planet has changed since the ancestors explored it 80,000 years ago. It is no longer peopled by creatures like Gargantus.
We could control the ordinary inhabitants through mass hypnosis, but they also have the Iron Men to protect them. They're too clever for us to conquer, so our vessels must return, lest we be destroyed.
There goes the saucer.
There goes the saucer. Let's hope they've been frightened off for good.
Then, when the saucer is gone,
You may enter now, gentlemen. Things are normal in Granville again.
You bet, thanks to Iron Man.
and then the very next day, I never knew she was American, so I guess I'll give her a southern accent.
Forgive me for standing up to you yesterday, Tony, but a fantastic thing happened in Granville. Did you read about in the papers?
No, I didn't have time. I was rather busy myself yesterday. I sure was. I bet nobody ever worked so hard to find out what happened to his date. And that's the end. So, hope you guys enjoy this video. Sorry, the voice acting, I'm trying to get used to Iron Man, because I haven't really voiced Iron Man too much. So I try to voice him like if he's in the suit. That's what I'm trying to voice him like. And I sorry, I didn't know the girl was like was American. I thought she was like from another country or something, because Iron Man's like a playboy, right? Like he goes to other countries and he has like girlfriends in like every country and stuff like that, like Tony Stark. But yeah, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.